What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys coming back. Now, at the end of last video, no secret, the car behind me is broken down. Our SciTech fuel pump that we only were running for about 200 miles has died. We are waiting on parts for that. While we're waiting on parts, kind of have a little bit of a backlog of projects that I wanted to get done for this car. Those projects being, we got new front control arms with the ball joints on them. We got new tie rod ends. We also got new sway bar end links. That's just for the front. That's what we're gonna tackle today. Also on the backlog, which is gonna be our next video, the rear adjustable control arms to throw on as well. After that, I'm gonna be doing the rear trailing arm bushings. But yeah, this video is gonna be just finishing the front end pretty much. So we're gonna get the new control arms in, the new ball joints in, the new tie rods in, and we're gonna do the new adjustable sway bar end links. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Be sure not to miss out on the videos coming forward. Check out some of the stuff I've uploaded already. Got plenty of videos on the Mk1 Audi TT here behind me. Done plenty of work. I had the car on jacks all week because I was getting underneath it and spraying the DV blaster. I got the day off today. We're going to take off the jacks, crack the lug nuts loose, and we're going to get to work on the front control arms here.
It's over.
Dirty day. So here's what we're tackling today. This is your control arm right here. There's one bolt right here, another one way at the front, and another one at the ball joint at the bottom of the knuckle. So I'm gonna get the jack underneath the control arm so it has some support. Into this ball joint with my little adjustable, finishing it off here. All right, and that nut is off of the ball joint. The last bolt that goes, in between the control arm and bolts up into the subframe, that thing is on there. Back to it once I get the right tool. As you can see, that bolt is finally out. This one up here is also out, and the ball joint has been taken care of. So we are ready to finally take this old control arm out. This bolt right here was very hard for me to break loose. What I did is I put an adjustable wrench on the nut up top above the subframe, and I used a massive breaker bar, a lot of PB blaster, and just going at it slow, being very careful. It did start to strip a little bit, but we got it out without destroying it, thank God. But yeah, now this control arm is ready to come out, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this removed. Got one of the control arms off, so next action here is to get the new control arm prep to go back in on this side. So yeah, we got brand new ball joints, brand new control arms, new bushings all the way around. Yeah, so I did it pretty much right about in the middle, tried to eyeball it the best I can. You are gonna need an alignment. All right, boys, we finally got the new control arm on. Fresh ball joint in there. Everything is just hand tight. I don't have a torque wrench on me right now, but I gotta torque it down at ride height anyway. So I'm gonna move on to the other side to show you guys my tactic for this back bolt. I've got my adjustable wrench on that bolt up top, and it's just kind of sitting there, using this lip on the subframe to hold it. And then I was using a breaker bar, a long one on this bolt down here. I was pressing my breaker bar up into the bolt little jack here, and that helped me quite a bit, as well as a whole ton of PV blaster. Don't be afraid to use it. All right, we got the passenger side control arm out. Now we're just building the ball joint into our replacement. All right, guys, the front control arms and ball joints are officially swapped. So while I got the front end up on the air with the tires off, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and tackle the tie rod ends as well as the sway bar end link. So my adjustable wrench on the jam nut here, and then I took my hammer and I kind of just went like that. I was able to get my jam nut loose, get that backed off a little bit. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna heat up the tie rod end, and then while it's hot and expanded, then we're gonna put the PB blaster on. All right, now that it's hot here, I'm gonna get a little bit of our PB blaster. Hey, what though? That PB Blaster's warm, dripping on me. Oh my. It took me forever to break loose. A lot of heat from the torch and a lot of PB Blaster. What I was doing is heating it up and then getting the PB Blaster in there so while the threads were expanded, the PB Blaster could get in and do its work. You know, it wasn't easy, but after a couple goes, finally broke it loose. Now we're finally getting the tie rod off. As you can see, it is broken loose here. Oh, and I can feel it. It just completely broke free there. Oh. 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 Wow. Here's the old versus the new. You can see this has way more grease in it. Threads are much better. And that top Allen isn't completely destroyed. And this just threads on there nice. Oh yeah. I think this is just about where I want to be, guys. And there it is. Just gonna get the this jam nut snugged up here. Right to the alignment shop. While I got this side all open and free, I'm breaking loose these bolts for the sway bar because I have adjustable sway bar end links. So we're gonna go ahead and crack that loose. Hell yeah. Maybe now that that's off, I can grip it better. I'm gonna see what I can do here. So it turns out that sway bar end link kind of coming apart was a blessing in disguise. It gave me the grip I needed to get it out. So we're gonna measure the new one up to the old one and go ahead and put the new one in. All right, we got the adjustable sway bar end link roughly measured up. We're gonna go ahead and get this in. So I just pretty much completed the whole front passenger side of the vehicle. Start with the pretty bits first. I mean, this was installed quite a bit ago. Beautiful Bilstein B12. Right here we got the Godspeed adjustable sway bar end link. Over on this side down here, we have the brand new tie rod end. Down here, you guys can see we got a brand new ball joint. And that ball joint is bolted into a brand new control arm. I already have the control arm installed on that side, so we just have to do the tie rod end and the adjustable sway bar end link. One thing I'm going to do before I clean up is get this tie rod end hot and get some PB Blaster in there. I decided to back off the jam nut a little bit. I'm going to get it hot and spray a little bit more PB Blaster just to prep for tomorrow. Work the top again a little bit. Yeah, make sure you cover your mouth while you're doing this. There's no way in hell this is good for you. I'm going to save the rest of my PB Blaster and the rest of my torch for tomorrow. I went right with the heat in the PB Blaster. I treated it last night before. As you can see, this one's already broken loose, so just wanted to get a shot here of all the old parts already taken off. So here are our old control arms, our old ball joints. If you know anything about ball joints, you're not supposed to be able to move it that easily. Our old nuts, we got our old tie rod ends, these also. Yeah, you can see our broken sway bar end links here. These ends popped off, then we had to grab those with the plier to get them out. But this video is brought to you by PB Blaster and a Walmart Coleman propane torch.